Hello, welcome to Compass for Couples Relationship Exercises. Now, the exercise I want to talk to you about today is called have to versus want to. So what I'd like you to do in this exercise is for the next week, I'd like you to make two lists. And on one list, I want the heading at the top to say have to. And on the other list, the heading at the top says want to. And I want you to think about, just a little bit, about the things that you're going to do with your partner. Don't change anything from your routine. Don't change anything from how you currently interact with each other. Just go with it. Because we want to reveal the truth. That's the whole point about these exercises. We want to actually reveal the truth. So, you know how sometimes you want to do something, for example, it doesn't matter who suggests it, whether it's you or your partner. If my partner comes to me and says, hey, do you want to go see that play that's out, that's about whatever, and I look at it and say, yeah, actually I read about that, I do want to go to that, and you do go, that's under the I want to. And it doesn't have to be just going out and having fun. Anything. It's what you're going to eat today, you're going to go visit some friends, you're going to go to the cinema, see the in-laws, take the kids out to the park, whatever. Whatever your activities that you do together, okay? If you look at that activity and think, I actually would have done that anyway, even if she wasn't around, or even if he wasn't around, even if I was single, I would have done that. I would have watched that program. I would have gone to that thing. I would have visited the in-laws or parents or whatever. I would have gone out with these friends. I would have read that book. I would have spent that time at home reading the newspaper. Whatever it is that you're doing because one of you suggested this thing. If you would have done it anyway, it goes under the want to. If, however, my partner comes to me and says, hey, do you want to go to IKEA this Sunday? And I'm thinking to myself, no, just a second. There's a Man United game, and I'd really like to watch that, but actually not at the moment because I don't like them at the moment. That's a different subject. And if I'm thinking to myself, no, I don't want to, but you know what, let's avoid the argument. I might as well say yes, I'll record it and watch it later and make her happy. Stop. Do it if that's what you're going to do, but that definitely goes on to the I have to. If you're going to go out with certain friends or neighbors or people coming over or whatever, and you don't want to do that, that definitely goes into the I have to. If you have to go out with your partner's work colleagues and he or she is saying that's important to me, it doesn't matter whether you do it or not, that goes under the I have to. Okay? So hopefully I've given you some guideline as to what is a have to and what is a want to. And at the end of the week, I want you to look at these two lists. And the healthy balance is 70% want to, 30% have to. Now, if you happen to have that, and please remember, honesty is important here. There's no point in lying to yourself. That the whole point of this exercise is to reveal the truth and to understand that an unhealthy habit, an unhealthy situation could lead, not now, maybe you're really good together now, but will lead to the loss of fun, to your relationship becoming stale, to your relationship leaving the umbrella of fun and going under the umbrella of management. Okay? So honesty is extremely important. So if honestly the split is 70% or more want to versus have to, wonderful. I really am genuinely happy for you. Well done. Keep it going. Do this exercise every now and then and see if it's still that way. Very happy for you. However, if it's not, if the want-tos is not significantly higher than the have-tos, then I need you to realize that this will be taxing. This is what is the definition of fun? Fun is something that you want to do. No one says, oh, I had to have a great time. No, I wanted to have a great time, and I did have a great time, and it was wonderful, and it's definitely pleasurable. So the definition of fun is you are doing something out of a joyful choice. So if it's not heavily in favor of the want-to, then you need to pause. And what I'd like you to do for the following week is to see if you can make the ratio 3-1. So, what does that mean? If you and your partner are about to do something, and you think about it, and it's definitely in the want-to, do it. Let's say now the list, it has 1 on the want-to, 0 on the have-to. Then something else comes up, and this is definitely on the have-to. Say no. And saying no is not being awkward or being stupid or, oh my God, I'm going to bring so much, I'm going to be in the bad books. No, quite the opposite. Being honest is being loving. Being honest is what says I love you more than anything. I want to be at home feeling that this is the asset. I want my relationship to be the asset in my life. I want to have a bad day at work and think to myself, I don't care, because when I get home, when I see my sugar pie or whatever your choice name is, when I see him or her, everything will be okay. That's what my relationship means to me. It's my go-to place for relaxation, for exhaling, for having fun, for reminding me that life is a wonderful thing, that's a wonderful gift that we have. That's what we need from our relationships in this very comfortable life of ours. We don't need to plow in the field and someone to pull the ox and then milk the cow. We don't need that anymore. So, say no. And explain why. And invite your partner, not forcefully, but invite your partner to do the same. Because hopefully, when you do this early on, when the intention is still, oh, we have such a good thing here and we'd like to keep it that way. It's so much better than 10 years of, by the time you've spent so much time fighting and arguing. If you suggest to somebody, no, I don't want to go to IKEA, neither the suggestion nor the receiving of the message is going to go down well, and it becomes war. It becomes confrontation. It becomes one partner saying, I've given it so much to this relationship, and the only thing I'm asking is for you to come with me to fight. Or the other way. Listen, I do so much, and I put up with so much, and I do so many things I don't really want to do. You know what? This Sunday I'm not going to IKEA. Fight. That's too late. It's too late by then. But in the beginning, and when I say beginning, I mean when things are still good, you can actually have that debate. You can have that conversation. So have it. And say, this is what I'm going to do because I want our relationship to be fun. Because I want it to be an asset in my life. Because I don't want it to list it under the management, things I have to manage. Happy wife, happy life. Who comes up with that stuff? That's demeaning to the wife. So what, patronize her and lie to her so that she leaves you alone and you can go and do your own thing? You're supposed to be friends, life partners. What's that? Keep him happy, just cook him. All these things. My God, it's. I don't even want to talk. Let's pretend I didn't mention it. So the point is, when you do it early, and the intention is let's keep the love alive, let's keep our relationship fun, not functional, then it can happen. So invite your partner to do the same thing. And go through a week where you almost forcefully, you consciously make the ratio 3-1 and see how it goes. If by the end of it you're both looking at each other and saying, oh my God, my love, my sweetheart, my honey pie, I can't remember now. All those things that you said no to before, you used to say yes to just to please me. I never want you to be like that. No way. Let's find a better way. Let's see how we can increase the fun. Let's see how we can reduce those things. I don't want to go out with Maggie and Andrew either, if that's not something that you want to do. And that's how you positively inject fun, through injecting honesty about doing things that are not quite fun. I really hope that I made sense, and I really hope you do the exercise with the right intention. The intention is to enhance love by enhancing fun. And get in touch. Let us know how it went, and whatever comment you have, we're more than happy to hear on the free chat facility, email, social media, wherever you like. Thank you for listening.